Hey y'all, welcome to Film Friday and my very first film review. I'm super excited to review the film The Hate You Give. So if you want to hear my thoughts about the movie, keep watching. So let's jump into it. First, I really want to give a huge shout out to Angie Thomas. She's the author of the book The Hate You Give that the movie is based off of, and she is a phenomenal writer. I am currently working through the book now because I didn't read the book before going to see the movie. Um, Sorry. But I did have the opportunity to meet her at a ceremony that the mayor of the city gave to her because we're from the same city, which is really, really cool. And she gave a speech, and I'm going to play the speech right now because I think you guys need to hear it.
First of all, thank you all so much for coming out tonight. When I tour, like when I do events in other cities and other countries even, I always start out by clearing up the misconceptions about Mississippi. And I always start out by saying, one, we do have indoor plumbing. All right? Two, we do wear shoes. We're not barefoot. Three, we don't have to sit on the back of the bus because of the color of our skin.
Yay.
Four, I've never had to drink from a colors only fountain. Five, I've probably been called the N-word on Twitter, but I have yet to be called that here in Mississippi. But I'm sure there are you who have been called that. We have a long way to go, but we've come a long way, and I'm proud to say that Mississippi is hopeful. I'm proud to say that I have a lot of faith in this state. I'm proud to say that I come from this state. And it's going to be my duty to show people that all of the assumptions they make about us are wrong. There's so much good here. And yeah, I will be the first to criticize us at times. Go on my Twitter page, you will see it. But I do it from a place of love because I know what we can be. So thank you all so much. I wish that every single person who comes to my events could see this room tonight because this is the Mississippi that I know. This is the Mississippi that I see, and this is the Mississippi I believe in. So on that note, I'm going to ask Mississippi to come out and support The Hate You Give, the film. I mean, when your cousin come at you with the flash drive talking about, I got the hate you give, you need to tell your cousin that Angie said, no, we can't do that. I want them to see that right here in Mississippi, some of the most love and support for this film was born right here. There was so much love put into this project, and we did it as a love letter also to you all. So thank you so much. Please go out and support it. It starts this Friday in theaters, and it's in all theaters October 19th. But once again, thank you, thank you, thank you, and specifically to the young people in this room. When you look at me, I hope you see, yeah, what you can become, but I hope that you know that you can do even better. I hope that I'm a mirror for you to see that you have greatness inside of you right here in Mississippi. And I hope that 10, 20 years from now, when one of you is standing up here, we won't have to say Black Lives Matter. It'll be understood. Right? I hope that you take that torch and you run with it. And I hope that you show people that Mississippi is a good place. So thank you for the love and support, and I'm going to tell you this charge before I leave. If you want to change the world, start by changing the world around you. Thank you.
Cool. So as you can see, she has an amazing personality, down to earth, really hilarious, and I just truly enjoyed meeting her. And she had a quick word for creatives that I'm gonna put at the end of the video. But let's just jump into this review. So the screenplay was written by Audrey Wells, and rest in peace. She did a phenomenal job just with the screenplay and how she transformed it from like the book narrative into like the actual movie. I really thought that she did a great job not losing the narrative, but because you know how sometimes the book can be totally different from the movie, this and that, and things get lost. From what I've gathered so far in the book, like they've stayed almost as true to this book as they possibly could, which is phenomenal to me. I think that was the best part about not reading the book first, but just being able to go back and see, like, and understand, like, the small details that they may not put in the movie, that was in the book, and just being able to understand it. And so after, like, going and seeing it twice, being able to look and notice everything, that I kind of missed the first time. And so Audrey Wells and George Tillman did a phenomenal job, doing that and bringing that to life. The cast, oh my goodness, this was a powerhouse cast, and you wouldn't really think it because, like, I don't know if it's just me, but I really feel like I hadn't paid much attention to Russell Hornsby, but he's a phenomenal actor, and I don't think I've noticed that. But this role just really made me go, like, pay attention to him and, like, go research some of the other work that he's done. But in this film, he did an amazing job. He played Maverick Carter, who's Star's father. And every time he gave a monologue about, like, just, every time he gave, like, a monologue or a one-liner about what being black means, and owning your rights and owning your voice and using your own superpower, like, I was just like, hey, can you be my father? Because I need some of that in my life right now, and I need some of that. And so he did a phenomenal job. And Amanda Stenberg, I've loved her since Hunger Game days, and to see her navigate this role and evolve this role as Star was just completely jaw-dropping. When you first meet Star, she's this, like, voiceless girl who's navigating two worlds, and she has to find a way to, like, understand her blackness in a very white world. And that's the best way I can say it. And so to see her develop Star as a person, to develop Star's voice and develop her personality, you saw her grow as a person, and she did an amazing job. Like, man, Russell Hornsby and Amanda Stenberg, like, that was just, the daddy duo combo there was just on point. Like, shout outs to the casting director for that, because they did an amazing job. Regina Hall, I love seeing her act, because I remember her from Scary Movie, or was it Scream? Scary Movie, Scream? I can't remember, but I think it's Scary Movie. I think it's like, or is it Scream? I don't know. It's one of them. But just seeing her evolve as an actor, and the different roles that she's playing, and she's just always been a phenomenal actress. And she in this movie, she does what she does. She did a good job. And so I truly, truly love to see the cast. Sabrina Carpenter, loved her since Disney Channel. Man, I can go on and on about the cast in this movie. Common, Lamar Johnson, like, Issa Rae has a cameo in it. It was just, the cast was pretty phenomenal. So, and I'm rambling, sorry. But yes, so that's the first thing that I want to talk about. The second thing I want to talk about is the topics that the movie covered. When I say that this is a well-rounded movie in the way that it covered so many topics in 2 hours, I was just, like, dumbfounded, because when you first watch it, you're, like, caught up in the emotions, and, from, like, just, I don't want to give away the details because I want you guys to go see it, but the way that you're caught up in the emotions, and you're drawn into the different, characters and their perspectives, you kind of miss what everything that is kind of talking about. And you miss the little details, like how the media was portraying different sides of the story and not telling the full story, or how gang violence is like very prevalent in the African American communities, and how they are harming the communities. And it was like stuff like that that like I saw, and I was so caught the first time I went and saw it. I was so caught up in the movie. I was like, yeah, that was good, this and that. But like when I watched it the second time and got to sit back and like put my emotions to the side to just really understand the film as a whole, like, man, they did a phenomenal job bringing out all aspects. So it wasn't just a one-sided movie. It talked about like police brutality, but not only police brutality, but like what goes through a cop's mind when they pull someone over. The snitch rule in like communities and stuff like that, code switching. Just it it was just such a thought provoking film that, man, you have to watch it more than once just to really fully get a grasp on everything that it's trying to portray. And so 5 out of 5, like, just the topics, yeah, it's just and how they even use the set props and the set design to even tell a story. So like you could, in the beginning, you kind of distinguish between like Williamsburg and Garden Heights, and how when you're in Garden Heights, you see like rundown houses and like abandoned homes and different things like that. But once you get to like Williamsburg, you get like these big brick houses and stuff like that. And it just, you see the difference. Like, it's just like this big divided line, and you see the difference between Star and like when she's in Garden Heights, she's one person, and when she's in Williamsburg, she's another person. And just really seeing like the two different people that she has to become, and like at the end you finally see them merge into one, and just fully understanding, what it's like to be an African American and having to navigate two worlds. I just really thought they did an amazing job with that as well. Overall, this film is a must see. Like, you must go out and watch this film. Like, I guarantee you're going to leave with some type of message from this film. I cried. I'm not gonna lie. I cried the first time and I cried the second time, because it brings out the emotion and the heavy emotion that I know a lot of us are feeling right now. And I feel like the movie came out at a perfect time, because right now what we're seeing in the media and what we're seeing happening in our world it's crazy. And you can't really, I wish it was just a movie, but it's not. And so it brought to light a lot of the things that people have been wanting to say, but I feel like they haven't had a voice to say. And so, yeah, that's my review of the movie. I truly loved it. I loved every little detail that only a nerdy like me who loves film and loves the thought process that goes into film would understand. But I don't know. I love this film. I can't wait for it to come out on DVD. I don't even own a DVD player, but I'm gonna purchase it because I love it. I can't wait for it to come out where you can be able to stream it as well. Because I want to show it to everyone. I want everyone who can to go see this movie, and to support this movie, because it is a well thought movie. It's thought provoking. It's heart wrenching. It's emotional. I don't know. I'm rambling again. Sorry. But yeah. So I want to end this video with a message from Angie Thomas, the author. to all the creatives out there. So,
Hello, creatives in Jackson, Mississippi. This is Angie Thomas, the author of The Hate You Give. I want you all to keep going and to keep using your art to make your voices heard. So often people write Jackson off, write Mississippi off, but I know that there's so much talent here. So keep going, guys, because we're going to show the world just what we're capable of. Thank you.
thank you so much.
Thank you. Nice seeing you.
Excuse my awkward face. Like, I was just so excited to be in the presence